why it just takes time to think about things.
Well, I'm not sure how she'll input it, but there was a kid from my hometown, Cloquet, Minnesota, a year younger than me, that he was a little guy. He was probably 4'11", maybe 5 feet. And he followed me into the Marine Corps. And so he lived half a mile away. He followed me into the Marine Corps. He had a tough couple of years. He was a tunnel rat because of his size.
Oh.
He would go into the tunnels with a bayonet in his mouth and a .45 in his hand looking for the enemies. And so he lasted only 3 months over in Vietnam because he had been medevaced 3 times.
Medevaced?
Medevac meaning he'd been injured 3 times. So the 3rd time was the last time and he was sent home. That's his Vietnam experience. He was a mixed up kid all of his life. His mother had committed suicide when he was a child. And so he had a lot of problems, but he was a very, very close friend. And he was the best man in our wedding.
Oh.
And
When Chuck took me to be his awful wedded wife, and Tommy's shoulders, he was just laughing so hard. So all these years, I'm this awful wedded wife.
so it's just that Tommy was just a very close and unique friend who experienced a lot more in Vietnam than I did. He was an infantry guy that saw it all. And I post a flag, both a Marine Corps flag and an American flag, at his grave site at Fort Snelling every Memorial Day, 4th of July, and Marine Corps Birthday, Veterans Day, which are almost one and the same.
When did he pass away?
Our son graduated from the United States Naval Academy in 2008. We took Tommy out with us for Josh's graduation. He felt it was one of the experiences of his life. And he died 3 months later. 2 months later.
He died in September, so 3.
Yeah,
Wow.
3 months later.
Did you ever talk to him about his experiences in Vietnam?
He didn't talk a lot about him, no. He didn't open up much about him. So it was briefly. And so I learned to keep my mouth shut. I didn't ask questions.
But he did after about 10 years. That's when he was at our house.
Yeah, but
And
not
it was
much.
like midnight.
He would have been a very
And it
unique...
just started coming out. It just, because I didn't know what a tunnel rat was.
Yeah.
And when I heard what he did to crawl in these tunnels until you met the enemy, you fight it out and the person who
The one-on-one.
succeeds moves on. I mean, it's a face-to-face. And it was incredible. Tommy was one of the smartest individuals I've ever known. He could never get his life together. He could never.
He was brilliant. He was brilliant. He had
get his life together.
he was an extremely high Q individual that never got his life fully
He got
together.
his college degree, and but he couldn't get his life together. He just
Do you think Vietnam played a part in that?
Could have.
huge, absolutely.
Well, again, he blamed himself for his mother's suicide when he was 12, 13, 14, however old he was. So his problems began back then. Vietnam just compounded it, especially the way he participated. And he just was a very close friend.
But Tommy spent his post-Vietnam at the VFW, and he drank way too much, which was the cause of his death. But when he came out to Annapolis with us, he was very frail, and he walked with a walker. And he wore his medals. And as he was walking, people came up to him and said, "Thank you." And I physically saw Tommy change from this to a pride in standing up. It was incredible to see that happen. And that's why it was so impactful for him to to be out there for the graduation. And Chuck and Tommy drove back together and Josh followed, and they got to a certain point and Tommy wanted to stop. So they, I think it was Eau Claire or Menominee, or I don't know where it was, somewhere on the way back. And Tommy said, if I had a son, I would have wanted a son like Josh. And he got out of the car and he saluted him. To see him salute our son just is beyond what I can comprehend. But it was really neat. It was neat. So,
He was a Marine. Marine Corps meant quite a bit to him, much as it means quite a bit to me. So for him to participate in the graduation of an officer in the Marine Corps was very, very significant to him.
Mary.
it was
That's a
pretty
great
Yeah.
story.
So I'm sorry we missed that one.
No.